Thrift store shopping to sell on eBay can be lots and lots of fun, but it can also be a little overwhelming. Today, we're going to talk about the aisles that you should definitely hit when you are treasure hunting for things to sell on eBay. Speaking of treasures, go ahead and subscribe to this treasure of a channel as I teach you what you should be looking for, where you should go to find it, all of these treasures galore that will make you more on eBay. So go ahead and subscribe if you haven't done so already and keep coming back, because the more you watch, the more you're gonna make. Okay, now let's get to the thrift store, my favorite place of all to shop. Crafters spend a fortune on their tools and their supplies. And especially when something is retired or discontinued, these crafting tools and crafting kits can hold their value pretty well, and also actually not just hold their value, but double in value, triple in value. I mean, the sky's the limit with some of these, right? So be sure to hit your craft section, keep your eyes peeled and your phone ready to look up all of the crafting goodies that you can find that could be worth some money. Yankee Candle, Bath and Body Works, Pottery Barn, discontinued candles, but also wax like Scentsy and Scentsy burners. Don't forget those as well. Those, especially the retired discontinued ones, those can be worth quite a bit of money. So don't forget to hit your candle aisle. When looking in the coffee mug aisle, you're not always going to find a treasure that's worth a lot of money, but there are certain brands that you're going to want to keep your eyes out for, and those are brands like Starbucks, Death Wish Coffee, Fire King. But that's not all. I mean, Pottery Barn, there's all kinds of mugs. It's like Disney mugs, whatever, that you can pick up at a thrift store and turn it around and sell. In fact, just a week ago, I found this amazing Disney mug. And to be honest with you, I don't think I'm going to sell it. I mean, I know it's worth money, but I'm a huge Disney nerd, so I think I'm going to hold on to this one, which is, by the way, one of the hazards of this job. Just, you've been warned. Kitchen utensils. Now, just a week ago, I think it was even the same day that I found the Haunted Mansion mug, I found these knives. And honestly, I was gonna buy them for myself. I opened the package, I saw that they were brand new, I was super excited, and I bought them to take home. And then once I got home, you know, I do what I always do, and I looked it up and I realized these knives were worth some big bucks. So I'm not going to keep these. I can buy a new set if I need to, or I'll just keep my eyes peeled for another set at a thrift store. But I am going to go ahead and sell this set because, hello, cha-ching. Also, you're going to want to look for things like Pampered Chef and vintage Tupperware, believe it or not. Now, if you watch this episode right here, you will see that I talk a lot about Bath and Body Works. And know this, not just the Bath and Body Works brand new stuff with the sale sells, but also used vintage Bath and Body Works. And it actually goes for quite a bit. It can be shocking at what some of the Bath and Body Works stuff can bring. And it doesn't even really have to be Bath and Body Works. I mean, it can be vintage cologne or vintage makeup. And by the way, it doesn't even really need to be vintage. It can just be something that's discontinued and rare. I have found over the years of selling on eBay, Christmas collectibles and even Halloween collectibles are never going out of style. People buy them like crazy. So just definitely make sure that you're looking and think animated, especially if it sings, lights up, moves. Those are the types of things that you're going to want to look for and look up to see if it's worth any money. Books can be lucrative. You just have to know what you're looking for. If you know what you're looking for, like my father-in-law, who is really good at going through the books, he knows exactly what to look for, and he has made some big bucks, specifically one that he paid $15 for and sold for $200. I mean, that's pretty amazing, and I'm really proud of him. But anyway, if you know what you're looking for, books can be pretty lucrative. Okay, and yeah, books can be lucrative. However, you have to be really careful that you don't spend a whole lot of time in these aisles because it really can eat up your time. I mean, especially if you don't know what you're doing. I'm not saying like computers or tablets even, because actually I have found that that is a very high scam rate. So I really don't like those too well, but I do like the vintage electronics. In general, collectors are usually not scam artists, okay? So the vintage Sony tape players and boom boxes and the radio alarm clocks and the VCR/DVD combos, those can be worth money. Big time. Yep, in fact, I sold this just about a month ago. Do not pass by the luggage section because there have been so many times that I have found some real gems and made some pretty good money on some of the luggage that is in that section. Train cases, vintage Samsonite bags, what is it, American Tourister. Some of those can be worth quite a bit of money. But I even found some fun like duffel bags. Like one time I sold this Anne Frank. Is it Anne Frank? I started to say Anne Frank. I meant to say Lisa Frank. Lisa Frank duffel bag. I bought it for like $2, sold it for $40. That was so much fun. And I actually wanted to keep that, but I did sell that. This sports section is not a section I know a whole lot about, but I have found some really cool, valuable items in the sporting section. Specifically, I like to look for vintage pool floats. I know that sounds so strange, but inflatable pool floats are actually worth quite a bit of money. Have you looked at some of those? So I don't skip the sports section, especially if there's inflatable pool floats or jumbo inflatable beach balls. Remember that. This one is probably my favorite, and I hit this aisle all the time, every thrift store. I never skip it. You can make practically a fortune on sheets and pillowcases and comforters and duvet covers and curtains and shower curtains and towels and tablecloths and you name it. If it is a home linen, you can make money on it. And if you really need to know why, just think about this. You know how they bring out patterns and then discontinue them? Well, eBay's the place to get it. Pretty self-explanatory. Obviously, there are certain brands of bedding and home linens that you want to keep your eyes peeled for. And I would say number one would be Ralph Lauren, and probably a close number two would be Pottery Barn. But don't discount kids bedding because that can be pretty easy to find and pretty easy to sell. Now this one is fun for obvious reasons because, you know, you get to be a kid again, looking through all the toys in the kids aisle. It's so much fun, but it's really fun when you find an item that is worth quite a bit of money. For instance, I found this Eve toy. And even though I bought it for my 2-year-old son, whose name is Wally, because I thought he would like it, I did what I always do and I looked it up when I got home. When I looked it up, I realized this toy was selling for $115 on eBay. So my son did not get that toy. I ended up listing it on eBay, and I will tell you it did not sell for $115 though. It sold for $215. Cha-ching! So see, you can make some big money on some of these discontinued toys that you never thought would ever be worth anything. You know, if you don't have a thrift store near you, no problem, simply go to the Dollar Tree. Watch this video on what you should be looking for at the Dollar Tree to turn around and make a hefty little profit.